Watch this. Give me that.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
He said, listen, don't marvel at this thing right here, because Satan himself, we're talking about Amalek being uncovered in these last days. Satan himself has transformed into the angel of light,
Bring it out.
into the beacon of light. Who is the beacon of light? Who's declaring itself as the light?
Right.
Israel. The devil. You damn right.
The
Yes.
devil.
And we can't even say Israel because that's blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
Right. That's blasphemy. Damn Esau, the so-called white man.
The issues.
The issues. That's what you gonna call it from now on out. The issues.
Yep.
Watch this. Let's play the video right quick. Huh? You got some more? Read it from the top again, bro.
And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Go ahead.
Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness.
He said this. It's not a great thing. Don't marvel. If he has the ability, the issues, to transform himself into the angel of light, being the devil that he is, he said, listen, those that follow him, they gonna do the same things. All you ones in Christianity,
Bring it out.
you under the same, you under that same umbrella, that same veil as Amalek. Right. The same veil. And guess what we doing? We about to uncover that veil. We've been uncovering that. Israel been uncovering that veil. Every radio show, and we gonna stay on your neck. We ain't stopping, we ain't letting up.
Bring it up.
Watch this, play the video.
Israel is at war. We didn't want this war. It was forced upon us in the most brutal and savage way. But though Israel didn't start this war, Israel will finish it. Once the Jewish people were stateless. Once the Jewish people were defenseless. No longer. Hamas will understand that by attacking us, they've made a mistake of historic proportions. We will exact a price that will be remembered by them and Israel's other enemies for decades to come. The savage attacks that Hamas perpetrated against innocent Israelis are mind-boggling.
Stop.
Slaughtering families in their home.
I want you to understand, and this is for new brothers and sisters that just coming in, or those that might be just watching, new to the platform. The pride of this man right here. This man, this whole thing was orchestrated. And we gonna tap into it. It was all orchestrated. For him to come up there and say, hey, we didn't start this war. Right. But we gonna finish it. And what you did, your kids' is gonna remember the repercussions that's gonna come up on you. That's what he's declaring. This lets you know these ain't the guys.
Right. At all.
Because when you examine Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, it tells you, give me that Deuteronomy 28, and I think it's 48 right quick. Hold on. It tells you, for those who are new, when you examine Deuteronomy 28:15 to 68, it lays out the curses that was going to happen to the Israelites. All these curses was going to be upon us for times. Give me that 46 first. Watch this.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46.
Go ahead.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
All these curses is going to be upon us for how long?
Forever.
Forever. Forever. You're not going to have the ability to get on national TV and say, what you did to us, you're going to pay for it. We're going to make you pay for it to the levels where your damn kids is going to remember.
Bring it out.
You ain't seeing no black. When the last black person you seen on TV talking about, hey,
Talking like that.
You talking like this?
Nah, never.
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 But you got this man in his pride. And then those who are blind to understand the vision, they looking at it as, you know what? This is the beacon of light right here. This is that angel, but not knowing he's a synagogue of Satan, and his own mouth is condemning him from being an Israelite. It's going against the prophecy. Watch this verse. Read that again, then read verse 32.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46.
Watch.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
The curses. Go ahead.
And for a wonder.
Go ahead.
And upon thy seed forever.
Go ahead.
Verse 48.
I'm on verse 32. Watch this.
Verse 32.
This is one of the curses that was going to be upon the children of Israel forever. Read, come on.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Go ahead.
And thine eyes shall look,
And that eyes shall look. Go ahead.
and fail with longing for them all the day long.
He said, your eyes shall look and fail for longing all the day long. Now, you might have a Edomite somewhere sitting in a comfortable, cozy living room.
Bring it out.
In Israel. Ain't worried about no bombs, none of that.
Because they got the defense
Because
mechanism
they got the
over
defense
them.
is back up and running now.
Yep,
all of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
Shazam. And they might be thinking to themselves, well, wait a minute. October 7th,
Uh-huh.
our eyes was failing. We was longing for our little babies when they was getting snatched out the festival.
Yeah.
But you forgot. You got to keep reading. Watch this.
And there shall be no might,
And there should be no what?
no might
Go ahead.
in thine hand.
It said it shall be no might in your hands. You see, Israel is establishing his might. He's establishing, he's declaring his might, his ability to drop a damn bomb. But the prophecy, what Moses said was going to happen to the Israelites, you wasn't going to have no military might.
Bring it out.
You ain't going to have no economic right.
Bring it out.
And you ain't going to have no damn political might. You ain't going to have no might to defend yourself against what's going to happen to you. They are declaring with their mouth, they ain't the gods.
They ain't the guys.
Hey, can I land back off that?
Yeah, bro.
So, like you said, Deuteronomy 28 shows, guess what? You ain't going to have no military might, period. Go to Isaiah chapter 2. Isaiah chapter 2. By you even declaring war is proving that you are not the biblical Israelites. Because like Cap said, you ain't going to have no might to do none of this. So let's see what the Bible says. Isaiah 2, and give me verse 2, and we're going to jump down.
Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 2.
Uh-huh.
And it shall come to pass in the last days.
In the what?
In the last days.
So this is the last days right here. Read.
That the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain.
It said, guess what? The Lord's mountain is going to be established. So we're going to prove that you're not that mountain that's established. Keep going.
And shall be exalted above the hills.
Read.
And all nations shall flow unto it.
And it says all nations is going to flow into it when the real biblical Israelites is in the land. Keep going.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord,
Read.
to the house of the God of Jacob.
That's not happening right now. All nations is not flowing to Israel right now. Keep going.
And he,
They flowing, but it ain't for that reason.
It's not for that reason. It's to be destroyed.
They
in the
flowing
valley
there.
of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
Go
the
ahead.
only purpose.
Go ahead.
But keep going.
and he will teach us his ways.
And what the real Israelites is going to do?
He will teach us his ways.
This is after destruction right here. This proving that they're not the biblical Israelites. Because guess what? They saying that black people, what they call us, goyim?
Yeah.
That's what they call us, right?
Goyim, cattle.
What it means? What?
Cattle.
Cattle. That's what they call us. They're not teaching the ways of the Lord. Keep going.
And we will walk in his paths.
Jump down to verse 4.
Verse 4. And he shall judge among the nations.
Read.
And shall rebuke many people.
Read.
And they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
Read.
And their spears into pruning hooks.
Keep going.
Nation shall not lift up sword.
So the Bible is saying when the real Israelites is in the land, read it again.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
So why do you see Ukraine and Russia fighting? Why do you see the Palestinians fighting against the Israelis?
Why is China trying to conquer Thailand?
Bring it out.
Yeah, go ahead, keep going.
If you the real biblical Israelites,
Right.
why is there war going on?
Right.
Why are you talking about dropping bombs? Keep going.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
Read.
Neither shall they learn war anymore.
But you in the midst of war now.
Right.
You declare war, so that proves you are not the
You
biblical
not the guys.
Israelites.
Y'all make it. Look, your pride is making this easy.
Bring it out.
Easy. But you know what? The prophecy is, only the wise is going to understand. Only those that keeping these commandments is going to understand. Go back and play this video right quick. Play it again. That's some good stuff you brought out right
The
there.
savage attacks that Hamas perpetrated against innocent Israelis are mind-boggling. Slaughtering families in their homes, massacring hundreds of young people at an outdoor festival, kidnapping scores of women, children, and elderly, even Holocaust survivors. Hamas terrorists bound, burned, and executed children. They are savages. Hamas is ISIS. And just as the forces of civilizations united to defeat ISIS, the forces of civilization must support Israel in defeating Hamas. I want to thank President Biden for his unequivocal support.
Hold on, pause.
Wait a minute.
Pause.
Bring it out.
You got to dissect what he's saying right here. He's calling all nations right now to gather together. Prophecy being fulfilled. The top nation, the top one that remember, this is just like David. Remember when David went through Psalms 83?
Yep.
And he let you know, hey, that these nations, matter of fact, let's get that just real quick.
God's hit list.
Just the God's hit list.
Yep.
Because he said this man right here has changed himself into the beacon of light.
Yeah.
Get that right quick. Just get to the point for time's sake.
Psalm chapter 83 in verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up
Thy
their head.
enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee has risen up against us. Jump down. Who's the first one that he names? Go ahead.
Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom. That's the first one he named. Here, let's go. When you go back and examine Satan himself that's transformed into the light, who he bring up first? He bring up the devil.
The devil.
The big devil.
Yep.
Daddy devil.
Yep.
That's who he brings up.
For real.
America.
Yep. Right.
And all this, give me Jeremiah right quick. All this is according, matter of fact, before you get that, give me 2nd Ezra. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 12, verse 8. All this, brothers, sisters, all this is according to prophecy. What's being fulfilled right now in these last days is according to prophecy. And if you understand, I'm going to show you something. Read what you got.
2nd Ezra chapter 12 and verse 8.
Go ahead.
Comfort me then, and show me thy...
This is Ezra asking the Lord to comfort him. Comfort him in the scriptures. Watch this, read.
And show me, thy servant, the interpretation and plain difference of this fearful vision.
He said, comfort me and show me this vision. This is the same thing we praying for.
Bring it out.
Comfort us in the vision. Once you understand the vision, what's the word I'm looking for? A sense of comfort should come upon you.
Yep.
Because now you shouldn't be afraid. You're not going to be bamboozled when war comes knocking at your door.
Bring it out.
You ain't going to be confused when you see the rumors of wars.
Yep.
That's what Christ warned us about back in Matthew.
Yep.
He warned us. He said, listen, these are the beginning of sorrows.
Yep.
Let your mind not be troubled.
Yep.
This is what Ezra is saying. Read. Come on, read it again.
Comfort me then, and show me thy servant the interpretation.
Go ahead.
And plain difference of this fearful vision.
Go ahead.
That thou mayest perfectly comfort my soul.
Go ahead. He called it a fearful vision. Remember, Habakkuk said, I don't even want to be alive when these stuff start to happen. Go ahead, read.
For thou hast judged me worthy.
For thou hast did what?
Judged me worthy.
He said, for you have judged me worthy. Go ahead.
To show me the last time.
If you understand these last times, these visions, the Lord is judging us worthy. He's judging our spirits worthy from the beginning. He said, listen, I'm not going to leave you comfortless. Y'all right here, y'all little grape cluster right here, I'm going to show you what's going to happen in the last times.
Bring it out.
Before I bring forth my decree, I'm going to show you. You're going to declare this in the housetops. You're going to declare this to the nations. You're going to uncover Amalek.
Bring it out.
Because I have deemed you worthy, a worthy vessel. So this ain't no light thing what we doing right now.
Right.
Now watch this. Go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 49, and I want verse 20.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 20.
Watch this.
Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord.
Hear the you know the Lord take counsel? Did you know that? You don't hear that in the Christian church.
Not at all.
He said, hear the counsel of the Lord. Go ahead.
Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord.
Go ahead.
That he had taken against Edom.
So the Lord's sitting back, hey, how should we destroy the Edomites?
Bring it out.
Talking to the holy angels.
Bring it out.
Counsel of the Lord.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And his purposes. That he had purpose against the inhabitants of Teman.
Go ahead.
Surely.
Talking about Edom. Go ahead.
Surely, the least of the flock shall draw them out.
He says, surely the least of the flock is going to draw the rest of these Edomites out.
Bring it out.
Who's the least of the flock? We looking at him right here.
Amalek.
Israel.
Yep.
Amalek. Go back 10 seconds right here, and I want you to read it again. Go back on the video, 10 seconds, when he declared he want all nations to come together. Play it.
Hamas terrorists bound, burned, and executed children. They are savages. Hamas is ISIS. And just as the forces of civilizations united to defeat ISIS, the forces of civilization must support Israel in defeating Hamas. I want to thank President Biden for his unequivocal support. I want to thank leaders across the world who are standing with Israel today. I want to thank the people and Congress of the United States of America. In fighting Hamas, Israel is not only fighting for its own people, it is fighting for every country that stands against barbarism.
Pause it. This right here, this is prophecy. This is the purpose of the Lord. This is the counsel of the Lord that the Most High has put this in this man's mind. The pride of this man to declare these things so he could comfort the prophets. He could comfort the nation of Israel. Read that Jeremiah one more time.
Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 20.
Go ahead.
Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord.
Go ahead.
That he had taken against Edom.
Go ahead.
And his purposes that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
Israel is drawing out all the rest of these Edomites. All the EU. He's drawing them out. Come join with us. Let's fight against Hamas. Like we fought against Al-Qaeda. Like we fought against ISIS. Come fight with us. This is what we're seeing right now. Watch this, Rick.
Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
We're going to touch on that later on.
Hey, can I get a precept, Cap?
We're going to touch on that later on because that's a heavy verse. That's a heavy line right there. He says, surely him bringing everybody out, he going to destroy these nations, bro. And particularly the one nation that he named. What you got? Go ahead.
Hey, get Zephaniah 3. Because he say this, he don't like you said, he don't realize that he's fulfilling prophecy by trying to call all these nations together.
Right.
Zephaniah 3 and verse 8.
Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey.
So who rise up to the prey?
Until the day that I rise up to the prey.
So first and foremost, that's how you know these are not the guys. Because the Lord said, wait on me until I rise up to the prey.
Right.
Check it out. Read.
For my determination is to gather the nations.
What this devil just do? He said, I need everybody to come together to fight against ISIS like we did ISIS. Read.
That I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
So this is the Lord saying he gonna gather all these nations together and pour his fiery jealousy against them and gonna devour all of them. So he don't realize he's calling for his own destruction.
Damn. All praise to the Most High. And how do we get here? How do we get here? Give me the next one right quick.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation